This week, another chance to hear a dramatisation of the classic novel by Thomas Mann, The Magic Mountain, set in a TB sanatorium high in the Alps in the years leading up to the First World War.
The Magic Mountain by Thomas Mann. Dramatised for radio by Alwyn Wymark, featuring Paul Schofield as the narrator.
We intend to tell here the story of Hans Castorp. He is an entirely ordinary, though pleasing, young man of 23, born into the comfortable upper class of Hamburg. He is tall, blonde and blue-eyed, with a little red-gold moustache that becomes his rather sleepy patrician face. Orphaned before he was 5, he has been brought up by a wealthy uncle and is now a newly qualified engineer. Certainly somewhat indolent by nature, and perhaps even a little complacent, Hans Castorp is neither a genius nor a dunderhead. He is a still, unwritten page. We begin his story in the oddly empty time in Europe leading up to that deafening explosion and feast of death, the Great War. How long a story? Not 7 days, nor 7 weeks, no, nor 7 months will suffice to take account of the mortal time which passes over the young man's head while he sits spun round in his spell. The little train makes its steep, winding ascent high into the Swiss Alps. 2 days' travel separates Hans Castorp from the familiar world of Hamburg. He feels unsettled and lonely as he looks out through the window. Thick forests of dark fir trees, cataracts of water roaring in deep ravines below, and sudden glimpses of the vast, snow-covered mountains, towering, phantasmagorical. Now his spirits lift as he sees his cousin Joachim on the station platform, waving.
I almost didn't recognize you. I thought you were a gypsy.
A gypsy?
Well, look how brown you are. And your black hair. And no hat. As a matter of fact, my dear cousin, I've never seen you looking so well.
Do I? You think so? Yes, I am better. Much better.
It'll be dark soon. How far is it now?
Up through that village you can see ahead. We're not the highest sanatorium. The Schatzlap is 50 meters higher. They have to bring down their corpses on bobsleighs in the winter when the roads are blocked.
Their corpses? Dead bodies on bobsleighs? And you could come out with it just like that? You got awfully cynical.
Now wait till you meet the head doctor, Herr Hofrat Behrens. Well, there's a cynic. But he's a great old bird. Brilliant surgeon, too. His assistant, Dr. Krukowski, is Polish. He psychoanalyzes the patients.
He what? Psychoanalyzes them? How disgusting.
Why is that funny?
I don't know.
Welcome to the International Sanatorium, Berghof. We're just along here.
It's much bigger than I expected. It looks more like a resort hotel than a clinic.
Good evening, Herr Simpson.
Oh, good evening, Dr. Krukowski. May I present my cousin, Hans Castorp?
Welcome to our midst, Herr Castorp. Do you come as a patient, may I ask?
Oh, no, I'm just visiting. I'm perfectly healthy, thank God.
Ah. Well, good night, gentlemen.
So, that's the psychoanalyst. Looks quite sinister, dressed all in black, with that beard. Oh, my God. Listen to that.
Yes, that's a very serious case.
This is all new to me, you know.
You feel you could look into the depths of that man's insides, right into his vitals.
Ah, here we are. You're next door to me. I should warn you, the Russian couple on your other side can be very loud and offensive.
Really? Room 34, that's a good omen. 3 and 4. 7 is always lucky for me. But where is everyone? The place seems deserted.
In the rest cure out on the balconies.
You lie outside? Outside at night? I don't believe it.
It's the rule. 4 times a day and from 8 till 10 at night.
Ah, what a nice room. Can I hear music?
It's from one of the hotels down in the village. We hear it day and night. On Sundays, we have a band concert up here on the terrace. I don't bother going.
Why ever not? I love music.
I'm not here to enjoy life, but simply and solely to get well as quickly as I can and get back to the service.
The dedicated soldier. I'll unpack, shall I? Everything is so white and so clean.
It was fumigated with formalin yesterday. An American woman just died in here.
Oh.
Night before last, she had 2 first-class hemorrhages, and that was that. Her fiancé was with her, an English officer of Marines. He didn't behave very well, though. He kept coming out into the corridor to cry, just like a little boy.
Really? Fumigated, eh? That's splendid. Methylaldehyde, I expect. That'll do for bacteria, no matter how strong they are. H2CO. I can't think why I know that. School chemistry, I suppose. Though I was... This radiator's stone cold.
Well, the cold's supposed to be good for us. Here's your balcony. Look, mine's the other side of the glass partition.
I could come through and visit you.
Yes, the doctors often do their rounds that way, going from balcony to balcony during the afternoon rest period. You won't need 2 hats, you know. Nobody bothers with them much up here.
I always wear a hat.
It's first rate you've come, young Castorp. It's a real event for me.
Tell me about some of the other patients.
Well, there's Frau Storr. She sits at our table in the dining hall. Very plain and terribly conceited. Talks all the time and uses very fancy words, but always gets them wrong, like saying a woman was eloquently dressed.
Oh, dear.
Get off to bed. I'll call you in the morning. First breakfast's at 8.
Good Lord. It's intolerable. How dare they? It's bestial. It shouldn't be allowed.
This is the dining hall. That's our table over there.
We don't sit with that couple in room 32, do we?
Did they disturb you last night?
Oh, no, not really. But I'd rather not meet them.
Don't worry. I've heard they're leaving soon.
How do you do? Are you finding our chilly August weather invigilating?
Oh, you must be Frau Storr.
Oh, now however did you know my name?
And Fräulein Engelhardt, who sits next to you, Mrs. Robertson from London, Dr. Blumenkohl, Mr. Rasmussen, Madame Ginsberg.
I needn't have been nervous. They don't even look ill. All just chatting and laughing. Fine, big room. 7 tables and 10 places at each one. More 7s. Look at all this food. Porridge, cold meat, scrambled eggs, and bacon and sausages, and... Oh, really?
Sorry, did you say something?
No, nothing, Fräulein Engelhardt. I detest people who let doors slam like that. It makes me want to hit them.
No doubt about it, the air certainly is invigilating. Do all the patients turn out for the morning walk?
Oh, yes. Exercise is part of the regime. Oh, there's Dr. Behrens over there. The tall man in the white coat.
Cousins, eh? Going to follow the drums like this one here? No, I can tell you're the civilian type. You'd make a much better patient than this saber rattler, always wanting to clear off and get down there to be blown to bits. You could do with a better colour, though, Herr Castorp, is it? Let's have a look at the whites of your eyes. Yes, thought so. totally anemic. Not such a bad idea popping up here, even if it is only for 5 minutes.
I'm staying for 3 weeks.
3 weeks? The blink of an eye, eh, Simpson? But while you are here, I'd suggest you do just as your cousin. Plenty of rest, plenty of food, sensible exercise. You might think of measuring, too. The Quicksilver cigar, what? Well, have a pleasant walk. Good morning, Moritz. How are you?
What a nice man. Though he's got rather a comical face, hasn't he? Yes, why not? While I'm here, I shall follow your regime, as you call it. Though I won't be taking my temperature. No need to go that far. Very witty, the Quicksilver cigar. I got it at once. Are you all right?
I'll stop and rest for a bit. You go ahead. Oh, mind out for that crowd coming down the hill. They're a bit of a rowdy lot.
Oh, look! A man in a beautiful hat.
Hush, Veronique, he'll hear you.
So, he'll be flattered.
No, his hat will be flattered.
You're such a fool, Ganser.
Give him a little tootly toot, Ermine.
Shall I? Yes, do. Go on, Ermine.
Morning, Herr Simpson.
Good morning, Herr Ganser. Why such a face?
She whistled at me. Out of her inside. It came from inside her.
Don't mind her. That was Hermine Kleefeld. She can whistle with her pneumothorax. It's a surgical operation. They collapse one of the lungs and fill it up with nitrogen for long enough to get better. Those ones have all had it. They call themselves the Half-Lung Club.
It's absolutely grotesque. But what utter cheek. I mean, really, how could she behave like that?
Well, you know, they're very young and they may die, perhaps. So why make a long face?
I wanted to ask you, the American woman, have there been many deaths since you came?
Oh, yes. In fact, a young student hanged himself in the woods the first week I was here.
My God.
And quite a few of the very ill patients. Well, once they're bedridden, they usually die. But it's all very discreetly managed. The coffin is brought down in the morning before anyone's up.
Good morning, young gentlemen. You are in good spirits, eh, Lieutenant?
Oh, Herr Settembrini. Good morning. My cousin, Hans Castorp, just arrived from Hamburg.
How do you do? I hope you had a good journey. And how many months did our august doctors knock you down for?
I'm not sure I...
Did the Tenente here tell you that Dr. Behrens received his eminent title, Herr Hofrat, from a certain prince with tuberculosis of the brain who was quite crazy? And as for Krakowski, the man has but one idea in his head, and that a smutty one. You feel I speak maliciously.
What? No!
If I did, it was not without the intent to teach. We humanists have, all of us, the pedagogic itch. So, now, let me hazard a guess at the sentence passed on you. 6 months. 9.
No, really, Herr Settembrini.
Brini, Ludovico Settembrini.
Herr Settembrini, I beg your pardon. But you mistake. I'm only here to visit my cousin, Zemerson.
Aha, so you come of your own free will to bestow upon us the pleasure of your company. May I ask what profession you practice in the real world?
I am to be engaged as an engineer for a shipbuilding firm.
Magnificent. The calling you have embraced is strenuous, though, of course, all work that deserves the name is hard, is it not?
That's true enough, God knows. Or the devil does.
Sapristi. So, you call on the devil?
I only meant, well, because my work will be, as you say, yes, strenuous. And as I am not the most robust in the world...
I see. A delicate child of life.
How well you put it, Herr Settembrini. In any case, I cannot truthfully assert that work agrees with me. In fact, I only feel really well when I'm doing nothing at all.
I see. As now, for example.
Now?
Up here, engineer. With us.
My God, again. It's happened at every single meal. And it's behind me, so I can't... No, this time I must see who it is. Oh, of course. A female.
Oh, isn't she a wicked girl? That is Madame Chauchat. Such a lovely creature.
Chauchat? A French woman?
No, she's Russian. Can you see her face?
Yes.
Those high, flat cheekbones. Very Slavic, aren't they? And the lovely slanted blue-grey eyes. I always expect Russians to be dark-haired, but she's really a strawberry blonde.
Yes.
And with her plaits and a crown like that, I often think she looks like a prima ballerina making her entrance.
Yes. Is that her husband pulling out a chair?
Oh, no. Her husband's never been here. We never see him.
She reminds me of someone. Who? Who is it? It all feels so strange. My face is still burning and I can hardly keep my eyes open.
Don't you agree, Herr Castor?
Oh, I'm sorry, I wasn't...
Frau Storr was just remarking on how many different sauces can be served with fish.
A positive myriad. I myself can cook 28 different sauces for fish. Oh, it's true, I assure you. I'm not exacerbating.
People usually come out here into the salon for a little while after supper.
I hope we don't meet Herr Settembrini. I don't feel up to learned conversation. Doesn't he remind you of those Italian organ grinders that used to play on the streets in Hamburg? The big moustache and the shabby old suit.
Well, I don't think he's got much money. But what I like about him is that he has a kind of pride and respect for himself. And for humanity in general.
Except for doctors.
Oh, there she is. Madame Chauchat. Yeah, she is beautiful. Who is it she reminds me of?
Oh, Auntie, you're awful! How can you say...
Isn't that the young woman from our table sitting beside... I thought I heard her speaking Russian to the old lady.
Oh, her great aunt, yes. They're all Russians in that group.
I see. Mazurka, is that her name?
Mazurka. That's capital. Her name is Marussia, if you don't mind.
She seems blooming with health. Chest trouble is the last thing one would accuse her of, eh?
His face, I've upset him.
Fraulein Engelhardt next to me is quite a chatterbox. She seems to be absolutely infatuated with that... I'm feeling far from fit, you know. Rather strung up and nervy, in fact, and sometimes my heart starts beating very fast. As if it had nothing to do with me, simply pounding.
So, engineer, how have you spent the first day of your sojourn?
I've not been bored, I can say that. So much is new to me. In a way, I feel as if I've got older and wiser since I came.
Interesting. Wiser, too. Will you permit me to ask how old you are?
I? How old am I? Mm-hmm. How peculiar. For a moment, I can't quite... yes, of course. I'm in my 24th year. I beg your pardon, but I'm very tired. And imagine, although my face is burning, my feet are cold right up to my knees. Of course, one's knees aren't one's feet. Do excuse me, I'm muddled up. But no wonder. Being whistled at by a pneumothorax. Yes, that's it. But did that really happen? It's as if I can't trust my five senses. Tell me, frankly, do you think Frau Storr can possibly know how to make 28 sauces for fish? I don't mean can she actually make them, but did she really say that? Or did I only imagine it? What do you think?
24, you said?
No, 28. She said 28 sauces. That is if...
Engineer, pull yourself together and stop talking this demoralized rubbish. Your staying up here with us does not appear to suit you. Perhaps you should renounce the project of growing older on this spot. In short, why not pack tonight and be up and away with the first suitable train?
No. How can I judge from the first day?
Someone's beating a carpet outside. How strange. In the middle of the night. No, it's my heart. It's my own heart beating.
Lying in bed in his long batiste nightshirt with HC embroidered on the breast pocket, our Hans Castorp is suddenly engulfed by a wave of utter misery. Never before in his young life has he felt so wretched. But then, just as suddenly, he is lifted up by an extravagant thrill of joy and suspense. The second sensation is so powerful that he waits motionless for it to return. But it does not. And eventually, he drifts off to sleep. He is walking alone in the gardens of the sanatorium.
It's Herr Settembrini. I must run.
Now he is sitting all alone in the dining hall with the 7 tables. The room is peaceful and full of sun. Madame Chauchat, in a blue dress with a white collar, glides over to him and without a word reaches her hand out, not the back, but the palm, for him to kiss. Pierced by joy, he bends his head and kisses her palm. In the dream, the feeling of reckless sweetness and suspense sweeps over him again.
You should have heard Settembrini this morning. He gave me a proper lecture. I happened to mention Frau Sturr. She is a serious case, isn't she?
Oh, yes. Very serious.
I said it seemed wrong that someone can be so very ill and at the same time so very stupid. One thinks of serious illness making people refined and aloof and dignified. He wouldn't allow that for a moment. Sapristi, engineer. Disease has nothing refined or dignified about it. But then he said very kindly that, of course, it befits a young man like me to explore a whole variety of points of view. Placet experere, he said.
What's that?
We are pleased to experiment. I like that. Placet experere. You know, it amazes me how slowly the time goes here. It feels an eternity since the day I arrived.
6 days. It's Sunday tomorrow.
Yes, and don't forget, you promised you'd go to the band concert with me.
Everything looks so gay and pretty. And yet, all the people sitting out here on this terrace are being inwardly attacked by sickness and decay. All of them. My cousin here beside me. Her too. I can see her over there with her long silk scarf and her face turned up to the sun. If only I could remember who it is she reminds me of.
Bravo! Well, are you glad you came?
Yes, I am. It takes up a couple of hours very decently.
Do you know, I've had enough of the horizontal life. Tomorrow morning I shall take myself off for a proper long walk after second breakfast.
Well, don't overdo it. And be sure to be back in time for Dr. Krukowski's lecture.
I'll just soak my handkerchief in the water again. Yes. Yes. I think the blood's stopped now. Oh, I've never had a nosebleed before. Never in my life. I still feel faint. There was such a lot of blood. Oh, I must have walked too far. And too fast. I'll lie down for a bit.
Suddenly, he finds himself in the distant past. Time and space are so completely annihilated that it might be a lifeless body lying here on the bench by the stream, while the actual Hans Castorp moves and speaks in that long-ago time. Here he is, 15 years old, in the school playground in the break before the drawing lesson. From a distance, he watches the Slavic schoolboy, Pribislav Hipper, as he has done constantly for the whole term. Fascinated by the thick blonde hair, the high cheekbones and the exotically slanted blue-grey eyes, he's never spoken a word to him, but he thinks about him constantly. He neither expects nor desires anything more, but secretly treasures these powerful feelings within himself. The bell rings, and Hans Castorp finds he has no pencil. A sudden reckless impulse, a surge of excited anticipation.
Excuse me? Can you lend me a pencil?
Never in his life so supremely content as in this hour, sitting in the sunny classroom and drawing with Pribislav Hipper's pencil.
The lecture's just begun, but perhaps you could slip into a seat at the back.
Thank you.
Are you all right, sir? You look very white.
Thank you. I'm quite all right.
The most unstable, the most unreliable, and the most turbulent of man's instincts.
Thank you. Thanks.
This mighty force, built up out of many different strands, brings into being violently opposed responses.
It's her. I'm sitting right behind her.
Crippled by anxiety or
I'm so close I could touch the little curls on the nape of her neck.
love lies in
What if she turns round and sees me all pale and sweaty with spots of blood on my shirt? Of course, I've just realised. It's Hippe who she's like. Pribislav Hippe. Her eyes. Her face. Exactly the same.
Slam bang! No need for us to look up and see who just came in to supper, is there, Herr Kastorp? There she goes, like a kitten to a saucer of milk. Ah, how pretty it is. You have to love her in spite of yourself.
Why, Fräulein, you've quite lost your head to your Mistress Mary Quite Contrary, or whatever her name is.
Shame on you, Herr Kastorp. You're always teasing me.
Now that I've arranged my chair at an angle, I can look at her. She knows I'm looking, I'm sure of it. Sometimes she glances round the room and our eyes meet, just for a second. I did happen to notice that she wears no ring. Perhaps you were mistaken about her being married.
No, I'm positive she is. He has a French name, but he's Russian like her. Some kind of official out in Dagestan.
I suppose her name isn't Mary at all. Do you know what it is?
Oh, now, I did know it, but I just can't... Natasha. No, that's not it. Tatiana. No. Oh, isn't it annoying?
It's of no importance whatever, truly.
Well, Fräulein Engelhardt, you and Herr Kastorp always have your heads together these days. Are they conquistadors, do you think, Herr Simpson?
Clavdia. It's come back to me. Her name is Clavdia Shosha.
Clavdia, is it? Rather an odd name. Clavdia. Clavdia. Clavdia.
No, I promise you, Maurice, Mr. Blondie Kastorp is absolutely head over ears in love with her.
He's always staring at her in the dining hall. What about tea time yesterday?
Ah, yes, I forgot.
What about it? What happened?
Wouldn't you like to know?
Don't tease, Ganser. Tell.
Well, the sun was coming through a gap in the dining room curtain.
Right into Madame's eyes, and she was shielding her face with her hand.
So, up jumps Mr. Blondie.
From 2 tables away, mind.
He marches over to the curtain, pulls it smartly to, and trots back to his table, blushing.
He's always blushing. Oh, lovely pink face.
She notices and turns round. There he is, looking oh so casually over at her.
Like this.
Oh, look. There he is, over there with his cousin. The beautiful soldier cousin. How tragic that he's got no time at all for romance. Oh, no? Haven't you seen the way he looks a little Marussia? What is it that's so wonderful about Russian women?
Where are they? I can't see them.
Walking up the hill, look, with the Italian talking machine.
Wouldn't you say that's true, Herr Settenbrini?
Indeed. And tribute must be paid to your country for her invention of the printing press, which made possible the propagation of democratic ideas. The word, the triumph of human genius.
And what about German music, Herr Settenbrini? We've some of the greatest composers in the world, you know.
That may be true, Tenente, but what is music? It is the half-articulate art. Literature must precede her. She cannot, like justice, science, and human reason, take us to the dawn of universal brotherhood.
What a schoolmaster he is! Never leaves off setting you right. Still, I do find it quite amazing. Philosophy, history, religion, politics. He talks about things nobody down in the flatlands ever even thinks about. Or nobody I've ever met. But can you understand it all? I can't.
No, neither can I.
Oh, sorry, you're measuring.
Done now.
What is it?
99.8.
Still the same, eh? Well, at least it hasn't gone up. I've been thinking that the reason I listen so dutifully to Settembrini's lectures may be to solve my conscience.
What are you talking about?
I mean that listening to him talk is quite hard work, you know. You have to concentrate. So you could say it balances out all the hours I let my mind drift in frivolous ways.
Frivolous?
Like daydreams. Sentimental fantasies. You know.
No. No, I don't. Not my sort of thing.
Oh no, not your sort of thing. The way you gaze at little Marussia when she's not looking.
For example, I spent at least an hour last night calculating how much it would cost one to stay at the Berghof for a whole year. That's frivolous, and a perfect waste of time, because, of course, I'm not.
I should think not.
Only 4 more days, Herr Karstorp. 3 weeks nearly gone already. We'll miss you. And perhaps you'll even miss us. Just a little?
I should have arranged a longer stay. 3 weeks is nothing. And I'm still not feeling well.
Do you measure, Herr Karstorp? You really should, you know. I have wondered if you might be running a little fever. You can easily buy a thermometer from Matron and... Oh, here she is at last. I wonder if perhaps her sittings are in the morning.
What do you mean, her sittings?
Well, Dr. Behrens is painting her portrait.
What?
You're shocked. Do you object? Oh, the Hofrat is a most talented artist. And of course he and Madame Chauchat are very close friends.
A deep breath. And another. And again. Now, cough. Thank you, yes. Well, young fella, I've listened to these bagpipes of yours, and it's my opinion you're playing a bit of a strange tune on them. I think it most probable that you've been running some fever ever since you got here.
Do you? Well, my face is always burning hot, and my heart sometimes beats very fast.
Palpitations, quite. And now we can add to this a fine bronchial cough, good heavy catarrh, and I think I can say with virtual certainty 1 small moist spot on your right lung.
What does that mean?
It means 3 weeks in bed for a start. Then we'll see. But get along now, into the caboose with you.
The days pass, and the young invalid lies in his clean white bed, the American woman's deathbed. His hands are clasped behind his head, and his confiding blue eyes gaze up at the ceiling. Conflicting emotions go through him. One moment his heart stops in sudden terror. The next he is shaken with triumphant laughter and a flood of anguished, extravagant joy. Now, as twilight begins to fill the room, he lets himself float in a voluptuous delirium. Clavdia, her mouth, her cheekbones, her eyes, the curve of her back, the slender line of her thigh, her breasts.
Oh, good evening, engineer. Forgive my switching on your light.
Herr Settembrini, how good of you to come and see me.
For which I required illumination, you understand. How do you feel?
Oh, I'm much better, thank you. Though my temperature still isn't what it should be.
You take it regularly?
Oh, yes. 6 times a day, like the rest of you up here.
Matron having slipped you a thermometer, I suppose.
I purchased one from her, yes. The Hofrat believes he has discovered a moist spot in my right lung.
Does he? So, now we shall meet your uncle when he comes up to see you.
Oh, he won't do that. He couldn't tolerate the altitude.
Is that so? Your uncle is rich. I believe people down your way usually are.
Well, some are, yes. If you'd said one is obliged to be rich down there, I'd agree with you. Lying here and looking at it from a distance, I find that attitude hard and cold. It's a cruel atmosphere down there.
You know, engineer, I think you would not have said such a thing while down there yourself for fear of appearing ridiculous, even in your own eyes.
I really don't know.
Permit me, please. Permit me. Do you know what I mean by being lost to life? I know it. I see it here every day. 6 months after they get here, these people seem to become spellbound by this mountain life. Soon they begin to regard any other but this one as cruel or otherwise flawed and unsatisfactory. My friend, do you recall a conversation we had about your reverence for illness? A romantic notion which I pointed out to you was misplaced. You remember?
Yes.
Yes, we spoke then of the necessary indecision of youth, of a young man's need to play with many points of view.
Placet expirere.
Exactly. Will you permit me, engineer, to be beside you and essay a corrective influence when I see danger looming for you in your experiments?
Of course, Herr Settembrini. It's very kind of you to put it that way.
Next delinquent, please. Come along, Castor, my boy. Just do exactly as you saw your good cousin do. Straddle the bench. Yes. Now, embrace the panel unit as tightly as you can. Press your torso up against the plate. A deep breath. Deeper. And hold. Turn on, please, Dr. Krakowski. Excellent. Breathe out. Not frightened by our private thunderstorm?
No.
Yes, you were.
And now, on to our other magic machine. This is the fluoroscope, which will let us look at the interiors of you two young gentlemen while we wait for the X-ray plates to be developed. You first, Zimson. You know the drill. Just center yourself behind the hanging screen. That's it. Lights out, please.
Yes, Doctor.
And switch on, Krakowski. There. The hidden life of your cousin. Can you see?
Yes.
Hans Castor peers almost fearfully at the screen. He can see Joachim's breastbone, his spine, the thoracic cavity, but his eyes are drawn to something on Joachim's left side. A strange shape, like a deformed animal, is hanging there, darkly visible. It expands, contracts, expands, contracts. His heart. It is Joachim Ziemson's honor-loving heart. Now his turn comes to stand behind the hanging screen, his back to the strange apparatus, the large bulb full of water, and the twisted branches of distillation tubes. Dazed, Hans Castorp stands absolutely still, scarcely hearing the rapid half-phrases and grunts of the doctor. Afterwards he is allowed to look at his own hand, which he holds up behind the screen. From the finely formed skeleton of his hand, the flesh has been annihilated, dissolved into nothingness. In silence, he stares at this familiar part of his body and understands for the first time in his life that one day he will die.
Dr. Behrens gave me this copy of my X-ray plate. The moist spot is just over here on the right.
Yeah. You carry it in your wallet, like a certificate of identity. Or a passport.
Well, I don't think I'd say I'd carry
And I presume the good Dr. Krakowski offered you private analytic sessions in his little basement office.
No, he didn't offer it, and if he had, I would have refused it.
I'm very glad to hear you say so. I'm about to walk down to the village. Would you care to accompany me?
Certainly. That would be very... Oh. Oh, no, thank you, Herr Settembrini. I think I've just caught sight of my cousin up on the veranda. He'll be looking for me.
Your cousin is in the rescue. We both know that.
No, really, Will you excuse me?
It was not your cousin you caught sight of, was it? It was someone you watch constantly.
I have no idea what you're talking
about. You suffer, engineer. Who could help seeing it? But I would urge you to hold yourself upright. Preserve your self-respect. Do not let this place become for you the island ruled by Circe. Remember her transformation of Odysseus' sailors into helpless swine.
Who would have predicated when you first arrived, Herr Castorp, that you'd still be with us for Christmas?
Oh, but Christmas is a long way off.
Oh, no, not so long. It's the last day of October tomorrow, you know.
Ooh, Halloween! Ghosts!
Silly goose. Ah, you smile, Herr Simpson. But I can see you're thinking she's a silly little goose, aren't you?
Oh, no, I wasn't...
Come along, Simpson. We said we'd take a turn in the gardens. There's nothing I enjoy so much as sitting in the sun and smoking a cigar.
I only wish I could learn how to be good at lolling about like you.
But I'm always busy thinking and speculating. I'm a man of action in my head. Did you see my new books?
I did. Anatomy, biology, physiology. What do you want with all those?
They fascinate me. I read them every night on my balcony, till past midnight sometimes. There's such a lot to learn. Understanding the body is to understand life itself. I've been reading about how our genes, which possess every single...
Shh, look.
Oh, didn't see you two gallants sitting there. Just taking an after-lunch constitutional with my cigar, don't you know? No need to get up. So, you're a cigar man too, Castorp. What sort of cabbage leaf have you got there?
Maria Mancini, Herr Hofrat. I have them sent from home.
St. Felix of Brazil, this chap. Always my favourite. A regular, begone, dull care type. Packs a real punch.
You paint sometimes, don't you, Dr. Behrens?
What? Well, I'll be blowed. Where did that pop out from?
My cousin and I would very much like to see your work one day. Wouldn't we, Simpson?
What? Oh, yes. Yes, of course. Very much.
Oh, with the greatest of pleasure. Oh, why not now? Without more ado, as they say. I was about to go and brew some Turkish coffee in my quarters.
And this is the Schwarzhorn Peak.
Well spotted. That's the fella. Snow is not as easy to paint as...
But surely... Excuse me. That is a familiar face, is it not?
You recognize her?
The Russian lady with the French name?
Shosha, yes.
Aha. It's the image of her.
Oh, no, I don't flatter myself I hit her off very well. Though we must have had at least 20 sittings.
That many?
Such a striking face should be easy enough to capture. But I couldn't manage the eyes, simply couldn't get them right. But the skin, the epidermis, lifelike, would you say?
Yes. Enormously lifelike. Beautiful.
But as you see, running your hand over it like that, all you get is scratchy canvas and paint.
Yes, of course.
A matter of fact, it's something of an advantage for a portrait painter, being a medical man. You paint the skin's surface as you see it, but you're aware of the subcutaneous, the reticular layer underneath, with its sebaceous glands, blood vessels, its papillae.
Papillae, the tiny elevations on the surface of the cutis, only perceptible by the aid of a microscope. Each hair on the body grows from a single dermal papilla.
The weeks and months pass, and night after night our young adventurer lies on the balcony in the frosty air, with a small lamp lit beside him and the heavy book supported on his chest. What was life? No one knew. No one could say when it first sprang into being, as a fever of matter, a process of decay and repair, a secret stirring in the frozen clarity of the universe. The mysterious body he reads of hovers before him somewhere in space, remote from his grasp, but near his sense. This body, this image of life itself, looks down on Hans Castorp through drooping lids over slanted eyes. With lips half open, she turns to smile, opens her arms, and bends over him. He feels the almost unbearable sweetness of her kiss on his lips.
Marusha! Marusha!
Yes, Serviso?
Give me your tin trumpet. I must have it.
No, I won't. The concierge is selling them downstairs.
Right. I'll go and buy one.
Champagne for Mardi Gras!
Pour me some, Ganza. We're mixing it with our burgundy.
Oh, disgusting.
No, it's lovely.
Did you know that Mardi Gras means Fat Tuesday?
Oh, no, it does not, Marie.
Yes, it does. Fat Tuesday, Fat Tuesday. Oh, come and dance, Veronique.
Fat Tuesday, Fat Tuesday.
Dance with me, Hermine. Blow your whistle and dance.
Magnifique. A ball for fools and idiots in a sanatorium on top of a mountain. Are you enjoying yourself, engineer?
I am.
Where is the tenente? I don't see him.
In the rest cure. He went straight up after supper.
More champagne, Frau Stor? No, not Frau, Carolina. Only Christian names on Carnival night. Some for you, Lisolata?
Oh, no, thank you. Heinrich, I've had quite enough already. I'll have some.
There's a sport. Bottoms up, Carolina.
Saucy. Down the hatch, Heinrich.
More champagne, honoured sir.
A heaped teaspoonful, my dear boy, no more. I want paper and pencil. Time for the game.
Did you hear that Herr Uppity Castor has been playing the good sectarian? It's true. Ever since Christmas, he's been taking flowers to all the bedridden patients. I call it absolutely inoffensive. I'm sure he's only being kind and sympathetic. He's such a... It's in very poor taste, Lisolata. Taking floral arrangements to patients who are unfortunately... well, who are likely to... you know what I mean. Floribundi to the moribundi. What? Oh, nothing. Just a little joke. Latin, you know. Flowers, floribundi, to the dying, That's exactly what I mean. There's no need to talk about it. We don't wish to hear.
Fantastic!
Amazing!
Once more, Doctor. Do it again.
Oh, very well. One more time, then.
What are they doing? I can't see.
Our greatly talented Hofrat is performing his famous party trick. They blindfold him and he draws a pig on a piece of paper.
Goodness, Amy! You've drawn a pregnant caterpillar.
Oh, my God.
Hans Castorp stares, transfixed. Clavdia Shosha has come in, wearing a dark golden-brown silk dress. It comes to her ankles and is cut with a high, modest neckline, but her arms are bare to the shoulder, naked and glowing white against the dark silk.
Beware, it is Lilith, the belle dame sans merci, dangerous to men, to young men.
A toast to Lilith, then. But you, Ludovico, you'd come along and turn the lights on to bring those young men back to virtue, wouldn't you?
Engineer, no first names, if you please.
Why not? It's Carnival. Besides, you and I have seen each other every day for months now, and the moment has come to thank you for all the trouble you've taken to instruct this delicate child of life. I was very touched when you called me that. Forgive the delicate child, then, and don't think badly of him. Your health, Ludovico. And I wish you well always.
What's come over you, engineer? That sounds like a farewell.
No, not at all. I want to turn.
Where are you going?
To draw a pig, Ludovico. One of Circe's swine. I need a pencil. Who'll give me a pencil?
Ingegnere, aspetta. Che cosa fa, ingegnere? Un po' di ragioni, so. Ma è matto, questo ragazzo!
Excuse me. Can you lend me a pencil?
Do you mean me? Perhaps I can. Yes. Here.
I knew you'd have one.
But the game is finished. You see, they're dancing now.
Will you come and sit down?
If you like. I heard your Italian friend call something after you.
I didn't understand it.
No. It was a warning. He said you were mad. È matto questo ragazzo. A crazy boy.
It doesn't matter to me what he said. You're wearing a new dress.
You're acquainted with my wardrobe.
Am I right?
Yes. Do you like it?
Yes, very much. Do you want to dance?
Do you want to?
I'd do it if you wished it.
Not so brave, after all.
This is like a dream. A dream I know very, very well. I've dreamed it for a long time. Sitting close to you. For me, this is eternity.
A poet as well as a dreamer. But tell me, ragazzo, was it too difficult to dream your dream before now? You've been up here for 6 months.
7?
7. So isn't it a little late for you to be saying these words to me?
What are words? In eternity, there's no need for words, Clavdia.
And now my first name.
I call you Clavdia in my thoughts and my dreams and will for all eternity.
You're very at home in eternity. You seem to know all about it. But do you know that I am going away?
But that's impossible. You're joking.
Not at all. I am perfectly serious.
When?
Tomorrow. After dinner.
Where? To Dagestan?
You know so much. Perhaps.
You're cured?
No.
Then you're coming back?
I may, yes. But you will be cured yourself and gone home long before that.
How can you be so sure? I have a continuing fever and the Hofrat has discovered...
Yes, a little moist spot on your lung. And it is an episode that will pass quickly. You are not like your cousin who is more ill than he knows. Your friend, the Italian, by the way, is not much better.
Who told you?
We know about one another here.
But my cousin...
It's possible that he will die if he tries to return to being a soldier down below.
Death. And love. Joachim may be dying, and I am in love. We are the same.
What foolishness.
Sliding forward out of his chair, Hans Castorp is kneeling in front of her, her little silver pencil clasped in his hands, his head bent down, and his whole body trembling. Deadly pale, and without looking at her, he speaks in French.
Speak German.
No, Clavdia. French is the language of the dream. Listen. The love that overwhelmed me the first moment I saw you was a love I'd known from a long, long time ago. I recognized you. I love you. I've always loved you. You are my fate, my dream, the secret reality of myself and my eternal desire.
She strokes the short-cropped blonde hair of the bent head before her. She speaks softly to him in his dream language.
My little bourgeois. My handsome little bourgeois with the moist spot on your lung. Is it true that you love me so much?
An electric shiver runs through him at her touch. Now, with his head thrown back, his eyes closed, he sways, ecstatic.
Ah, the body, love and death are not three but one. The same. Love and death are carnal. That is their terror and their magic. Death is insolent and makes us feel ashamed, but is also solemn and majestic. In the same way, the love of the body is indecent and deplorable and makes us blush and turn pale out of fear, out of guilt.
No, no.
But it is also glorious. The body is a miraculous image of life itself, and love is a holy celebration of beauty, of form. Look at the breasts whose flowering nipples make a mystic triangle, with the navel set in the supple belly, above the soft darkness of the sex hidden between the thighs. Look at the shoulder blades, moving under the silky skin of the back, and the spine descending into the doubled luxuriance of the buttocks. Trace the network of veins pulsing in the legs, the arms. Oh, the sweet surface of the inner elbow and the hollow under the knee. What a festival of secret places to caress. A festival of death, with no mourning afterwards.
He opens his eyes and looks into hers.
Let me stroke the down of your skin and inhale the secret oils of your pores. Let me touch with my mouth the pulse of your femoral artery at the top of your inner thigh. Oh, my human image made of water and calcium salts and albumin destined for the anatomy of the grave. Let me perish with my lips on yours.
He is silent. He doesn't move, but remains on his knees, trembling and swaying. She speaks again in his dream language.
You are indeed a romantic who makes his appeal in a profound and German manner. Adieu, my Carnival prince. I predict that the line of your fever will go up tonight. Don't forget to bring me back my pencil.
And did you take it back to her?
Yes.
You understand, Herr Castorp, that in these sessions of ours, you are completely free to say or not to say whatever you wish.
Thank you, Dr. Krakowski. She gave me this. Oh, please don't. Only she and I have touched it.
Hans Castorp holds a small glass plate up to the light. Clavdia's X-ray portrait. The delicate bony cage of the upper body frames the arch of the diaphragm, the dark shadow of the heart, and all is surrounded by the pale ghost-like haze of the flesh. Flesh he had dizzyingly tasted in that hour of ecstasy.
Clavdia. Clavdia. Don't leave me. Don't go. Let me come with you.
No.
I beg you. We can go to some far-off place in the Caucasus, beyond Dagestan. Alone. Together.
No, no.
Let me come with you. Please, Clavdia. Please.
No. Kiss me. Kiss me.
She said it was possible she would come back.
No, probable. She said probable. She will come back.
And you've come to see me all these weeks after her departure?
I've tried to fill my mind with reading. I've been studying botany and geography and astronomy, but...
But?
I have no one I can talk to. My cousin is... He would be very opposed to my coming here. So would Herr Settembrini. I'd be grateful, Dr. Krakowski, if you wouldn't...
Please. There is no need to ask.
Thank you. Not that we see Herr Settembrini now. He stopped going for walks with us, and he's only spoken to me once since Carnival night. He asked me if I'd enjoyed the pomegranate. I had no idea what he meant.
According to mythology, the pomegranate is the forbidden fruit of sexual pleasure. Whoever tastes of it belongs to the underworld forever.
To the devil?
No. To the kingdom of death.
Mr. Settembrini, join us for coffee.
He won't come.
Why shouldn't he?
Look, he's coming over.
You see? Here he is. Sit down, Monsignor Settembrini. It's more courteous to call him Monsignor because he's Italian.
Good evening, gracious lady. Tenente, engineer, why are you snickering in this schoolboy manner?
Take no notice of them. Now, what's the latest gossip? Do tell me. You always know.
Why, Frau Sturr, there's been a good deal of talk about you and Captain Miklosic from Budapest.
Oh, lies! I swear it.
A very pleasant afternoon, isn't it?
All the more pleasant to be sharing a walk with you again, Monseigneur. This weather. Still the depths of winter at the end of April.
Spring is coming. You can smell it. We could walk to the top of the hill. There's half an hour to the rescue.
By all means. Though I won't be heeding the call of the rescuer myself. I shall be packing.
Packing?
You remember, engineer, on the night of the Mardi Gras when you took your leave of me?
Oh, no.
Yes, in a way, it amounted to that. Now, it is my turn to say farewell. I am leaving the sanatorium.
What? Surely not.
Impossible.
Not at all. I decided long ago that the moment I became aware that I could never return to the world of work down below, I would fold my tent as far as the Berghof is concerned and seek lodging elsewhere. The moment has come. Hofrat Behrens, with his customary vivacity, has pronounced my doom. I cannot recover. So, that is settled. I can prolong my days, but only up here. I have taken rooms in a tailor's cottage in the village.
Mr. Blondie's table's very depleted.
Yes. Fancy the respectable Mrs. Robertson from London absconding.
She hasn't. Discharged and cured.
Cured? Well, Mr. Rasmussen's left.
No, bedridden.
What about Dr. Blumenkohl?
Dead.
Guess what? Herr Settembrini has found another talking machine for a friend. Ganser and I saw them in the village.
And goodness, what an ugly little man.
His name is Leo Nafta, and he lodges in the same cottage in the village as Settembrini. We go for walks with them every afternoon.
Ah, so you now have two mentors.
I suppose I do. And they disagree about absolutely everything.
You say he's a priest.
Well, it seems he developed consumption before he could take orders. His case is very serious. Settembrini told us Nafta is a Jesuit and a Jew. He had a dreadful childhood in Poland. All his family slaughtered in a pogrom. His father was crucified, nailed up alive on the door of their burning house. Nafta was only 10. The Jesuits took him in.
What do you think of him?
I'm not sure. Last week he invited us all to tea. Settembrini's little room upstairs in that cottage is very plain, but Nafta's sitting room. Luxury! Velvet chairs and silk curtains and a beautiful antique gold clock. but there was a big wooden carved Pieta in the corner, rather grotesque. The Madonna, with her mouth gaping wide open as if she were howling, and the dead Christ lying naked across her lap with big gouts of blood running down his face from the crown of thorns.
It's so ugly, it's beautiful.
The so-called artist clearly had only contempt for realism.
The realism is the image of perfect submission to suffering. 14th century.
Ah, medieval.
A vicious and ugly age.
Oh, ridiculous.
The bestiality of the Inquisition.
The Inquisition provided true salvation for souls in error.
Salvation. No doubt you would support the Church's condemnation of our great and suffering Galileo.
Certainly. He denied the supremacy of Earth in the cosmos, where she had been installed by Holy Writ.
Holy superstition. What about pure knowledge? Mathematics, physics?
Faith is the vehicle of knowledge. Intellect is always secondary.
Did you and your cousin contribute?
Oh no, their kind of debating is uncharted territory for us. At any rate, when Herr Nafta categorically condemned democracy as a farce, Settembrini simply called a halt.
I must warn you against this man, my friends. His form is logic, but his essence is confusion.
Oh. I wouldn't have thought confusion was the word.
It is. And if you were too much exposed to his fanatical and often pernicious intellectual chicanery, your minds and souls could be in danger.
You're leaving?
Tomorrow after lunch, Herr Simpson. That is, if my little Marussia ever finishes her packing.
Oh, Auntie, I've done most of it. Well, quite a lot.
Did he know about this? There's no expression on his face at all.
But you're not leaving us for good, surely?
Oh no, Herr Castorp. We'll be back in a few months. It's just a little trip. We'll eat, drink, and be merry, so why be sad?
No, Auntie, that's wrong. It's eat, drink, and be merry, for tomorrow we die.
Don't be so foolish. Well, darling, God will send us back in his own good time, before we know it.
Good morning, gentlemen. Check-up time again, is it? You first then, Simpson.
Herr Hofrat, I wish to report that I have decided to leave.
My God.
What's this? A soldier and talking about desertion?
I don't see it that way, sir. I have to return to my regiment.
Even though I'm telling you I can completely discharge you in 4 months.
I have been here a year and a half already, sir. I can't wait any longer. I intend to leave in a fortnight.
I see. You've consulted your family?
Yes, there is only my mother. It's all arranged. I will be rejoining the 76th Regiment.
Well, well. Very good, Simpson. So be it, and God go with you.
Yes, sir. Herr Hofrat, sir.
And what about you? I suppose you want to go along with him?
What? Leave, you mean?
Yes, you can go if you like.
But how can that be? Am I cured?
Yes, I'd say so. The spot on the lung is hardly worth talking about, and your temperature's levelled out this last month. As far as I'm concerned, you may leave.
The rain clouds hang low. Hans Castorp lies on his balcony, cocooned in his camel hair blankets, his thermometer between his lips. His head is full of confusion. His heart is pounding. In 2 weeks, with his cousin as companion, he might be guided back to the flatlands, start his job, and return to his old life. He tears the thermometer violently out of his mouth.
100.6. 100.6!
Remember to give my love to Aunt Louisa?
Of course, Castorp. You really should have come with me yesterday when I went to make my farewells to Settembrini and Nafta. They could barely spare 2 minutes from a disputation about communism. Well, that's not really fair. Settembrini kissed me on both cheeks. I shall miss them. Funny, I'm the one in the hat today. Remember when you first came and I was...
All aboard!
Well, I'd better...
Yes. Goodbye.
Goodbye. Give me your hand. Hans, come down soon.
I wonder if you have, since, found yourself ever regretting not going with him.
I was very sorry to see him go. But Dr. Behrens agreed I should stay on in view of the rising line of my fever.
Agreed with you?
Yes. No, I mean, he advised it.
When your first 3-week visit was coming to an end, you were very reluctant to depart, yes?
I was obliged to stay.
Yes. You developed a cold. And when your cousin left and Dr. Behrens agreed to discharge you, your temperature rose.
It was over 100 degrees for 10 days. You're surely not saying I can produce symptoms at will? Do you know a patient called Ferdinand Wiesel, Doctor? He's been here some time, I think. A little older than I am, balding, bad teeth. He's taken my cousin's chair at our table.
We are cohabitants, Herr Wiesel.
I beg your pardon?
I, too, am a native of Munich.
Is that so? Oh, Herr Karstorp, shall I accompany you on your walk?
If you wish.
The sun is so hot. Even with all this snow, I don't need my coat.
Let me carry it for you.
What? There's no need.
No, please. I'd like to. Herr Karstorp, do you think it would make sense to declare one's love to a woman one adores passionately, but who doesn't even know one is alive? Or perhaps does, and probably despises one.
Herr Wiesel, we scarcely know each other.
Ah, but there is in fact a connection. This woman left the Berghof last year. She'll come back. She always comes back.
Oh,
no, hear me out, I beg you. You see, even if the confession of my love, my utterly hopeless love, I realize that, resulted in total humiliation for me, she would be forced to listen, forced to know my feelings. And if it aroused only scorn, even disgust in her, I would still have those moments of intimacy. What bliss!
I'm sorry, I really must go. I wasn't noticing the time. I shall be late for my visit to Herr Nafter.
I have met Herr Nafter. I'll come with you. I saw you with her on Carnival night. I saw you kneel in front of her. I saw her stroke your hair. I saw her leave the salon, and a few minutes later I saw you follow.
Please, that's enough.
Wait! Wait, I implore you. For the love of God, tell me what happened. Did you go to her room? Please, you can see how I suffer. Just tell me if you made love to her on Carnival night. I assure you I shall go on asking until you tell me. I must know. Did you? Did you?
Yes. Let me take my coat.
No! No, I want to carry it. It makes me feel closer to her.
You are correct, Herr Wiesel. I do believe that judicial torture has its proper place in government.
Here is a voice from the darkness, on which the sun of reason has not yet shone. Torture is barbarous, the scourge of human dignity.
Human dignity resides not in the flesh, but in the spirit. Saint Elizabeth, for example, was flogged by her confessor till the blood ran, and this transported her soul to the third choir of angels.
The third, sapristi.
And what is your view on capital punishment, Herr Nafter?
I think we can guess the answer to that. I myself have the honor to belong to a newly formed league for the abolition of capital punishment.
Throughout the ages, and for motley causes, man has gladly slain others. He does not pay too dear, therefore, in being slain. Let him die after murdering them, for he has satisfied the heart's deepest desire.
Deepest desire?
The deepest.
I myself am intending to flirt with death in a very small way. I've bought myself some skis.
Bravo!
Skiing's against the rules for patients.
That's precisely why I applaud.
I've been practicing every day. I'm thoroughly bored with the few walks they're keeping open with the snowplows. I have a longing to be absolutely alone up in the mountains.
There is such a thing as respect for discipline.
And what if Dr. Behrens finds out?
Let us hope that he does. Dio, the pleasure of hoodwinking the great Hofrat. Would I might be by your side with wings on my heels.
What's to stop you? Go, scale the mountain, raise the flag of revolution.
Well, I cannot. Once, perhaps, I might have. Now, I am a broken man. But once again, bravo, engineer.
A world of endless white silence. A dazzling, icy universe. It is not even hostile to Hans Castorp. As he ascends higher and higher, it is indifferent to him. Impersonal, deadly. And the snow endlessly, gently, soundlessly falls. He stops to get his breath.
I've never been completely alone like this in my whole life. I should turn back. It'll be dark soon, and they said in the village a storm is coming. Besides, I'm afraid.
I'm afraid! I'm alone in uncharted territory! And I'm going on!
He pushes on for another hour, deeper and deeper, with mingled, half-intoxicated sensations of excitement, fatigue, and terror. Then suddenly, the storm breaks. Blinded by the savage force of the blizzard, he advances slowly and painfully into the white, whirling nothingness. His face is stiff with cold, and he mumbles incoherently to himself.
Oh, God. My head is so heavy. I can't hold it up. I'm falling.
Hands seem to be pulling him down, to rest, to sleep. He lies with his head on his outstretched arm, as the snow silently covers him.
What is this country? It's so beautiful. The green hills and the sea shining beyond. And all these people are beautiful too. The boys galloping their horses on the beach, laughing and calling out to each other. There's a young mother feeding her baby. And old men sitting peacefully in the sun, smiling at the children, playing all around them. I think I've always known this place. It's a temple. It's so high up and so huge. I have to go into it. So many steps. Up and up. The doors are opening. It's dark inside. I'm frightened. Why am I so frightened? On the altar, there were two skinny,
half-naked old women in black rags, with matted grey hair and bare hanging breasts. They were dismembering a child, tearing it apart with their hands, and devouring it. I could hear the small bones snapping between their teeth. Blood was smeared over their faces and dripping from their lips. When I woke up, the storm was over.
A dream.
I don't know. It seemed more like a vision. I was frozen and aching all over. I could barely move, but I felt exalted. I knew I'd seen the truth of life, the beauty and the goodness of it, and the horror. Oh, I understood everything.
Perhaps you did.
Yes, perhaps I did. But I can't remember the feeling now. Dear Bookworm, hope you've not gone cross-eyed with study yet. Congratulate me.
I've been promoted to subaltern. Drilling every day this month. It would have finished you off, my friend. Passed. Tell Settembrini I'm a real tenente at last. Laid up with stupid guitar. But I'll be fit for August maneuvers.
Doctors have put Joachim on sick leave. Recommend mountain air. Reserve 2 rooms. Louisa Ziemsen.
Up! Get out of those blankets! I've arrived!
But you're early!
We took the morning train. Oh, what did I tell you, Mother? Look at that enormous pile of books.
Hans, my dear boy.
Aunt Louisa. Well, he certainly doesn't look like an invalid. More like a gypsy than ever.
Ah! Let go!
Children. We've just come from Herr Hofrat Behrens. What a very nice man he is. He said we must simply look on this as a little after-cure.
But it's bed rest for me for 4 weeks. Back into the caboose again.
There goes Mr. Blondie and his cousin with the Italian talking machine.
So sad. The cousin was the one that got away.
He's even more beautiful than before.
Well, he told me 1 more month and he'll be back with his regiment.
Don't think so, you know.
You're being creepy, Ganser. His mother went back to Hamburg weeks ago. He looks fine.
Too fine.
Have you noticed his eyes? There's a sort of deep light in them.
Really? Stop showing off and being poetical.
I don't know about the deep light, but his voice has got very hoarse.
Oh, so attractive. And wouldn't you know, the little Russian pigeon and her auntie are coming back next week.
How fascinating, Herr Castorp.
The next sign is Virgo, and then we move toward the equinox, when the sun's rays fall vertically on the equator.
Don't encourage him, Frau Storr. He'll only...
Oh, dear.
There, Marussia, darling. Bring him on the back, Herr Wissel.
Right.
Thank you. Thank you. That's better. It's only a sore throat. I blame Matron for this, you know. Silly woman asked me yesterday if I ever swallowed the wrong way. So today I oblige. She's obviously put a spell on me.
Look over there, I mean.
Oh, yes. How romantic.
Ah, the soldier and the pigeon. Jealous, Veronique?
No. I don't think he's ever spoken to her before.
What a touching scene. Look at him holding a rocking chair, tip back and gazing soulfully into her eyes.
Don't mock Ganser. He's talking and talking to her in his poor, hoarse voice, so softly and tenderly.
Veronique, you could make a fortune writing romantic novels for spinsters.
Shut up, Moritz.
I'm serious. Fraulein Engelhardt would love them.
What the devil are you doing here?
I've been trying to see you, Dr. Behrens. I absolutely must speak to you.
So I've noticed. You've been setting traps to try and catch me as if I were some young lady and the object of your passion. Well, what do you want?
I beg your pardon, Herr Hofrat, but about my cousin. I'm sure things are progressing well, and it's obviously best for him to rest more of the time.
He's bedridden, Castorp. Bedridden.
Yes, of course. But this choking, when he sits up, it's quite harmless, isn't it?
You want everything to be harmless, don't you? You're a bit of a hypocrite, really, and a bit of a coward, too.
That's probably true, Dr. Behrens. I realize I have many weaknesses of character, but that's...
All right. Your cousin's a different sort. He knows. Do you understand me? He knows and he keeps quiet. He doesn't run about begging people to pull the wool over his eyes. He knew the risks and now he grits his teeth and keeps quiet. Send for his mother.
Hans Castorp meets her train. She gives the impression that she has run all the way from Hamburg on foot. Her face is flushed, and she takes his hand and holds it to her breast as she looks anxiously up into his face. Together they go to Joachim's room. When he sees his mother, he doesn't smile, but holds her hands and whispers a welcome. His eyes are larger and more beautiful than ever, with the strange light in their dark, quiet depths.
The heart is giving out rapidly, my dear lady. I can promise you that he will sleep a great deal, and his dreams will be pleasant. Hey-ho. We come out of the dark and go back into the dark again.
Let me take a turn, Aunt Louisa. You haven't slept for days.
Thank you, Hans, but I get little catnaps, you know.
I think he's trying to say something.
Mother,
Yes, Joachim?
tell them I will need my leave extended.
I will, my boy. I'll tell them.
Last night, he began to make a strange movement, stretching out his right arm across the covers and then pulling it toward himself. Several times. Why do you think he did that?
Perhaps gathering himself in.
Yes. He looked like a warrior, you know. They'd stopped shaving him and his beard was black and thick. And he was as pale as ivory. At 7 o'clock, he died. His mother knelt down and held his hand over her face. I kissed him on the forehead. And then I just stood there.
Aye, he has it behind him now. Honor was the death of him. Crazy chap. Crazy young one.
A good and fine young man, signora. Un ragazzo tanto simpatico. Tanto simpatico.
It's been several months.
Yes. Dr. Krakowski, I've come back to see you because...
Because Madame Chauchat returns to the Berghof tomorrow?
Yes! The waiting is finally over. Can you imagine? I don't even know how long it's been. That's the mysterious thing about time up here. But what does that matter? I shall see her tomorrow.
Yes. Do you feel nervous?
Oh, no, not at all. After all, I have no claims on her.
You think not?
You think that I have?
I didn't say that.
No, of course not.
I think I know what you're waiting for, Herr Karstorp. The slam of a door.
What do you mean, Fraulein?
Don't pretend you... There she is.
But who is he?
I have no idea. A newcomer. Can they be together?
He's holding her arm. He's sitting in the chair next to hers.
Perhaps he's a relative come on a visit. He looks rather Russian.
Talking about the new sweetheart? He's Dutch.
Sweetheart?
That's right. Mein Herr Peter Peepercorn. The Hofrat told me he's her latest fling.
It's impossible. He's an elderly man. He must be in his 60s.
Oh, what a fine-looking fellow. Don't you agree, Herr Karstorp?
I really couldn't say.
Couldn't you? Well, I think he is. So tall and robust, with that lovely white hair. It's like a halo. And if he's not her boyfriend, why is he kissing her hand? On the palm, too.
I've no idea where she picked him up. Probably in the Pyrenees. She wrote to me from there. He's filthy rich. Retired coffee planter from Java, simply larded with money. Seen his little Malayan servant?
No, I haven't.
Well, no use. Chronic tropical fever and a badly swollen liver.
I'm not surprised. He drinks neat gin at every meal.
Calls it the bread of life.
Did you hear that, Herr Karstorp? But are you sure, Herr Nafta? It's terrifying.
Herr Wessel, we all know that war will come, and it will cure everything.
You're joking, of course.
I often wonder how you reconcile your horror of war with your rampant nationalism.
You misrepresent me. The Crusades, for example, undoubtedly brought about progress by uniting Western thought and ushering in...
Who is that man?
Mountains, yes, without the slightest, yes. That's settled. Man is godlike, certainly, no denial, but set him against the grandeur. These vast, snowy peaks, giants, and we, pygmies, ladies and gentlemen, tiny, good, settle.
How beautifully you put it, mein Herr.
That is Mein Herr Peepercorn, Herr Nafta. He arrived a few weeks ago. He's become terrifically popular.
He looks like some kind of Old Testament prophet surrounded by his faithful acolytes.
Old Testament booby. He talks bizarre hocus-pocus to anyone who'll listen. He can't even finish a sentence.
Possibly because of all the red wine he drinks. A bottle, sometimes two, at every meal. Isn't that so, Herr Karstorp?
I haven't really noticed.
Perhaps Mein Herr Peepercorn would let you carry his coat for him.
You still have not met him.
I have no intention of meeting him. He doesn't interest me. Have you seen him holding forth? He does this. Curves his forefinger and thumb into a circle and holds his hand up to command everyone's silence. They're all agog, smiling and nodding and expecting some stupendous utterance. And when it comes, it's just a complete anticlimax. Gibberish. But they're absolutely ecstatic.
You've been observing him closely.
Oh, no, not really. He behaves as if he thinks he's a king.
With his consort beside him.
Yes. She ignores me completely.
You don't feel you can speak to her?
No.
Now, do tell us why you don't come into the salon after supper these days.
I have some reading to do, actually.
Oh, yes. Hiding your face behind your book, sitting in the library with your back to all of us, eavesdropping. Oh, I think so, indubitably.
Now, Carolina.
Beware the green-eyed monster, as the Bible says.
I think you'll find it Shakespeare.
Oh, la-di-da. Coming, Lieselotte?
In a moment. Do join us this evening, Herr Kastorp.
I won't, thanks so much.
I personally believe that he's a father figure to her.
Do you?
Lieselotte!
Oh, Carolina's calling me.
Very well indeed. And it is incumbent upon me, ladies and gentlemen, in speaking of life's struggle, I assure you we lie under a solemn, if not an inviolable. Indeed, I assure you, ladies and gentlemen, no question. So, my friends, settled. I feel we understand each other.
Absolute gibberish.
And your cousin, monsieur. No, don't get up. I will stay here behind your chair.
My cousin is dead. He went back to the service and he died.
Alas, what a sorrow.
They fired 3 salvos over his grave.
He deserved them. He was a very good young man. No, don't move. And you have been here all this time.
Yes, Clavdia. I was waiting for you.
Did I say you might use my name?
No. And where have you been all this time, Clavdia?
Madman, enough. Where have I been? All over. Moscow, Baku, Bavaria, Spain.
You liked Spain?
Oh, I preferred Catalonia. There was folk dancing in the market squares, and I joined in. I bought myself a little hat like a fez that all the local men and boys wear. Monsieur will have to judge if it suits me.
Which, monsieur?
The one here in this chair.
Not mein Herr Peepercorn.
Oh, he has already pronounced judgment. He says I look charming in it.
He said all that. He finished a whole sentence so you could understand it.
Oh, someone is in a bad mood.
Do you still have my X-ray portrait?
Perhaps. I shall have to look for it.
I carry yours here. Ever since the last time...
My dear sir, the greatest of pleasures. I am entirely your man, by all means. Your acquaintance, delighted.
Thank you. Of course.
Let me present Herr Kastorp, an acquaintance from a previous stay, Peter.
Young man, I like you. I distinctly feel, yes. You inspire me with confidence. Life is but brief. We can agree, can we not? Celebration, I insist. Settled. Now, my child.
Peter.
Our own little company here tonight. Peter Peepercorn will entertain. Yes. Play, eat, drink together. 10, possibly 12 friends. A good shabbly, yes, I will see to it. You and our young friend. Our guests.
A party, does he mean?
He does. Where to do the invitations? It's rather late, but Hermine Kleefeld and her friends are over there, and you can ask Frau Stor and Fräulein Engelhardt. Oh, go on. They're by the piano with that boring bald man.
Ferdinand Wiesel. You don't know him?
No. Ask him to.
Wait, Clavdia. I must talk to you.
We have talked. Hermine?
Oh, Hermine, don't be so feeble.
But I feel terribly, terribly ill.
We've all got hangovers, you know.
I bet mine Herr Peepercorn hasn't. He is amazing.
I can't walk any further. Let's sit down.
There were 8 bottles of that Chablis, among only 10 of us. damn fine wine.
And mountains of pastries and cakes and chocolates.
And then the sparkling red. God knows how many bottles of that.
Poor Fraulein Engelhardt, didn't she faint?
Swooned away from the excitement. He decided it must be lack of nourishment. That's why he ordered all that cold food.
Oh, my God, platters of it. Beef and tongue and goose and sausages.
Oh, don't! Oh, thank God I slept through that.
But he wouldn't let us eat it. He flew into a terrible rage.
What a temper. Incredible. Like a wounded rhinoceros.
Food! This is fiddle-faddle! Kickshaws! Garbage! An insult to our... Yes! Settled! Away! Remove!
Bravo, Gans!
She knows how to calm him down, though. Kissing his cheek and stroking those great big hands.
And Holland's gin for everyone, of course.
The bread of life!
But I didn't have any of that.
You did.
Did I?
Yes, and went straight to sleep again. Everyone was falling asleep. That's when he got angry again.
He wasn't angry. He was just disappointed in us.
The flesh, ladies and gentlemen, weak. No, permit me to say. But I appeal to your... In short, I would say, yes, I honour sleep. I venerate the deep, sweet, refreshing... But recall, please recall, dear friends, written in the scriptures, Gethsemane. He saith to them, could you not watch with me 1 hour? Heartbreaking, immense. The dear and loyal friends, all forsaking him. Abandonment.
Oh, mein Herr, don't say that. Don't say it,
No, mein Herr Peepercorn. We're all fresh and happy and ready for anything. Truly.
My God, what a night. Do you know what time it was when he finally agreed to go to bed? 3:30.
So ridiculous. Shosha and Mr. Blondie leading him away. He's so heavy, they were staggering all over the place.
Thank you, my child. And yes, my good young man. Peter Peepercorn thanks you.
No need, mein Herr. I fully recognize the honor of helping such a tremendous personality to bed despite any possibility of intoxication from what you might call a bacchanalia or feast or, as you said, a celebration.
Come along, chatterbox, come along.
Here we are. And here is your kind servant waiting for you. Yes, Peter, let him support you and take you to bed.
You two kiss each other. Young man, place your lips on the brow of this lovely woman. Kiss her as a pledge to my health and with my blessing.
No, Your Majesty.
Huh?
I beg your pardon, but it would not do. Your companion and I cannot exchange kisses on the brow.
Come, he will kiss my hand, and we will all say good night.
Yes. Good night. Good night. Sleep well. He comes on the afternoon walks with us, nearly every day. He's an astonishing man.
So, you respect him now?
Yes. He is such a powerful personality, like a force of nature. He is inarticulate, yes, but he's also what you could call elemental. He treats Nafta and Settembrini with great respect. He listens to them with such sincere attention, bowing his head and putting it on one side and creasing his brow. Sometimes I feel that merely his presence makes their endless intellectual debates seem a little ridiculous. He puts us all in his pocket.
Does Madame Shosha accompany him on these walks?
Oh, yes, she comes too. As a matter of fact, she often joins in the discussions. And of course Wiesel tags along. On the days when mein Herr Peepercorn is ill with his bouts of fever, I go and sit with him.
Let me say positively, by all means, appreciate it. Visiting a sick old man.
Oh, I assure you, I get a great deal more out of it than you. But sick old man could never describe you.
Brothers. We are brothers, yes?
Well, that is an honour which I...
Settle not another word. Now, a glass of this red wine.
Thank you, mein Herr Peepercorn. I don't usually take alcohol in the morning.
My friend, I have known men and women, cocaine eaters, hashish smokers, morphine takers. Very good. Not a word. Let them. Let them. We do not judge, but the primeval gifts of God, the grape, the ruby life-giving. Come, let us touch glasses. A salute. Life, young man, is a female. A sprawling female with swelling breasts, a soft belly, and half-closed eyes. She mocks us. She challenges us. Yes, to stand or fall. I say to fall, young man. Do you know what that means?
Well, I...
To fail the holy duty of the challenge. Blasphemy. Disgrace. The end.
I think I see what you...
You love, madame?
That is... I feel great respect.
May I mention, you are aware, yes, you've grown pale to the lips. On the evening of our first meeting, we parted at this door. The idea came to me to ask you to salute her on the brow. You bluntly refused. You were Clavdia's lover?
Once. Carnival night. It was on the eve of her departure.
You still love her?
You will pardon me, mein Herr Peepercorn, but my feeling for you, which is one of the highest respect and admiration, will not let me...
And does she still return your feelings?
I cannot say if she ever returned them. It is hardly credible. There is nothing much about me to love. I am not built on the grand scale.
Enough!
Perhaps I should have lied to you. I preferred the truth, even at the risk of losing your friendship.
Enough, I say. We are brothers. Peter Peepercorn fills the glasses. Take my arm. Yes, take it. We drink to brotherhood.
Can you give me a postage stamp?
Postage stamp? I don't have one.
Really? I expected you to have some in a special pocket of your wallet. Nice, tidy sheets of stamps in all denominations.
Because I am a nice, tidy, dull man?
Do you think you are?
In any case, I have no need of stamps. I never write a letter. I have no contact at all with the flatlands anymore.
Is that true?
We had a song at school. The world is lost to me now. It's like that with me.
Well, lost soul. At least give me a cigarette. I know you are always provided with those.
Yes, I have, as you might say, a passion for them, though I am hardly a passionate man, except in what you might call a detached way.
I'm extraordinarily relieved to hear that you're not passionate. But how should you be? Passion is self-forgetfulness. What you Germans want is self-enrichment. It is revolting egoism. One day it may well make you an enemy of the human race.
Oh, come, Clavdia, the enemy of humankind? That kind of morality is for Nafta and Settembrini to quarrel over. There is egoistic devotion and devoted egoism, and I realize I'm not making any sense, but I don't care, because I'm so happy to be sitting here with you, and I can tell you how beautiful your arms are in those filmy sleeves with the little button cuffs.
I'm going.
Please, don't go. I'll be respectful.
As one is entitled to expect from a man without passion.
You must allow me my detachment. How else could I have endured to wait for you so long, Clavdia?
I won't say any more about your foolish use of my name. It gets tedious. But there is something I do demand to hear. You shall not pretend I had anything to do with your waiting, that I encouraged anything so silly or even permitted it.
You never asked me to wait? Never encouraged anything so silly? Never permitted it? I did it on my own?
I believe you are impertinent by nature. However, it is quite inexcusable that you are still here.
It would be disloyalty to my love for you if I'd given up waiting.
You're not angry that you waited in vain?
It was hard for me at first that you came back with him, Clavdia. But this man is on the grand scale, a truly great personality. I've never met anyone like him. You love him passionately.
He loves me. And his love makes me proud and grateful and devoted to him. His feelings forced me to follow him and serve him. Do you think it would have been possible not to?
No. You couldn't disregard his feelings. You couldn't forsake him in his Gethsemane.
Huh. You are not stupid. You understand things.
I think I also understand that there must be troubling things about his love.
Yes. Very troubling. But a woman can bear humiliation from a man who is, as you say, on the grand scale.
And a woman can then look down on a lesser creature and speak with a certain contempt about the postage stamps that are or are not in his tidy wallet.
Oh. You're hurt. Don't be. I confess I've been hurt too. Even angry with you for your detachment.
My apparent lack of jealousy.
Yes, that. And for your being such friends with him on account of your egoistic craving for experience. But glad too. Very glad for the respect and loyalty you offer him. I'm often frightened.
Of him?
No, never of him, but... Give me your hand, little bourgeois. I'm frightened sometimes of the solitude with him, and of his own inward solitude. And I'm afraid something may happen to him. Little Hans, can we be friends? Can we be in league, not against him, but for him?
Oh, yes.
I would be very happy to have a friend by my side. Well, if you want to know, that is why I came back here with him, where I knew you would be.
Oh, Clavdia. You came back to me with him. How beautiful. So you don't believe that my waiting was silly or wrong or... And then she kissed me on the mouth.
Did she?
Yes. A Russian kiss.
Can you tell me what you mean by a Russian kiss?
The kind that is exchanged at high religious feasts as a token and seal of love. But is, at the same time, intimate and deep. Does that sound very stupid?
Not if you understand yourself what you mean and how you feel.
I feel close to her again.
And your expectations?
None.
I repeat, yes, absolutely. Our sacred duty is to feel. Life slumbers. Rouse it. Awaken life to a drunken marriage with divine feeling. Very good. Settled.
A toast to feeling, mein Herr.
To feeling.
She's worried about him, you know.
She?
Madame Chauchat. You can't blame her. He's been very shaky and pale these last few weeks. Well, it's not surprising. It's the drink, of course.
Excuse me, Wiesel, but it's really...
Oh, did I tell you? She's invited me for tomorrow. The picnic at the waterfall. Nafta and Settembrini and you, of course. And now me as well.
Up! Look upwards, my child! Gentlemen, do you see? Yes, that black circling point in the sky. An eagle, Jupiter's bird, lion of the sky, circling, now hovering, not a beat of those great wings. Strike! Plummet downward and strike with your iron beak. Strike into head and eyes. Tear out the belly of the creature God is giving you. Your talons tangle in its entrails. Your beak dripping with blood as you kill.
Peter. Are you all right, sir?
Yes. He is my brother in the sky, but unwise to shout at my advance. Yes, my child. Yes, my child, to be sure. Advanced. My hair is white. Well, which way now, senor?
Through those woods there. Are you coming, Nafta?
The ground is so muddy, my shoes are going...
Listen! I can hear the waterfall.
Yes, so can I. It's wonderful. So hush.
It sounds picturesque enough now, but when you get close to it, it is brutal. You can't even hear yourself think.
The waterfall comes leaping and thundering down a rocky ravine. The frantic noise of its falling is a wild confusion of sounds, crashing, roaring, and hissing, violent, overwhelming. Mynheer Peepercorn, standing dangerously close to the edge, takes off his hat and bows his head in reverence. The others cluster together, deafened and intimidated by the cascading fury of the torrent. Peepercorn begins to speak. They can't make out a word of what he says, but they stare at him, hypnotized, as he addresses them with intensity and passion, his face contorted. He turns to face the waterfall and seems to be saluting some hidden god as he continues to speak, his arm upraised, head flung back, eyes closed. Peter Peepercorn lies under the red satin quilt in his woolen shirt, just as Hans Castorp has so often seen him. But now the big, clasped hands are veined dark purple and black. So is the face, although the regal features are unaltered and the expression is calm. Madame Chauchat sits on a low chair beside the bed, her elbows propped on the quilt, her chin in her hands, gazing at the dead man's face. From behind her on the balcony, Hofrat Behrens beckons to Hans Castorp.
Suicide. You're not surprised?
No. Was it poison?
Yes. Have a look at this fantastic little gadget. I took it out of his hand. A homemade hypodermic shaped like the carved head of a cobra. She wants to speak to you.
Thank you for having me called.
He would have wished it. And I?
Were you with him?
His servant called me when it was over. You know, it was an abdication.
Yes.
Tell me. He knew about our carnival night?
I couldn't prevent it. He guessed when I refused to kiss your forehead in his presence. His presence now is more symbolic than actual, but... Clavdia, may I kiss your forehead now?
Yes.
You're going away?
Yes.
Will you come back?
No.
No.
And so the months go on. Sometimes an image from his childhood comes into Hans Castorp's mind. He is in the kitchens of the house in Hamburg, gazing up at the rows of bottled fruit the housekeeper stores on the high larder shelves. Hermetically sealed, the fruit inside the tall jars is completely cut off from the world by the shining glass, safe from change and decay, safe from time itself. But if the glass should shatter?
Sometimes I'm frightened.
Frightened of what?
I feel as if some catastrophe may be coming. A storm or a whirlwind. A judgment day to blast us out of this stagnation.
What do you mean, stagnation?
You must be aware of it. It's as if we're all in limbo.
But recently the patients seem to me very happily occupied with all kinds of activities.
All kinds of stupid crazes. There's a new one every week. Stamp collecting, amateur photography, crossword puzzles. The last craze was learning Esperanto. Now it's cards. Everyone is playing solitaire. All day and all night.
Ah, here you are. What's this, engineer? You're playing cards?
No, not playing. I'm wrestling with abstract chance. It's fascinating what tricks it plays on you. This morning when I got up, I won 3 times in a row before I even got dressed. But this evening, I've done nothing but lose. Can you believe it? 32 times.
So, I won't find much consolation here.
Consolation?
The world situation confounds me, engineer. The Balkan Federation will certainly go through. Russia is working feverishly for it, aimed at the Austro-Hungarian monarchy, naturally. The torch is about to be set to the whole of our civilized continent. But I would feel personally disgraced by any diplomatic collaboration between Austria and my own country.
7, 4, 8. Ah, this begins to look hopeful.
Engineer.
Yes?
Your eyes cannot hide the fact that you are conscious of your present condition.
Well, placet experere.
How long have you been here at the Berghof?
Do you know? I can't recall offhand. I'm always losing track.
I can tell you. Next summer, you will have been here 7 years.
Knave, queen, king. It's come out. You've brought me luck, Herr Settembrini.
I will leave you.
Left alone at the table in his white room, Hans Castorp puts down the cards and sits for a long time with his head in his hands, gripped in a state of profound and numbing dread.
This way, bring it in here. My children, a gift from the management. That's it, plug it in.
What is it?
It's a gramophone.
It doesn't look like a gramophone.
Ah, this is as far a cry as can be cried from the old-fashioned box with the crank on the side and the horn on top. This is the Stradivarius of gramophones. And here are operas, symphonies, concertos, songs, you see? Whatever you desire. Just listen to this.
Beautiful. Yes. I idolatrized Chopin. Wagner, I think. Not nearly so many people come in to listen the way they used to. It's because Herr Castorp thinks he owns the gramophone.
But he is obliging, Carolina. He puts on anything anyone asks for, and he takes wonderful care of it. I think it comforts him. Oh, how sad life can be. Mein Herr Peepercorn gone, and do you remember Heinrich Ganser? Oh, how he would have loved this. What a shock when he...
Don't be morbid, Liselotte. We'd like something cheerful, please.
Of course, Frau Stor. What about Der Lindenbaum?
Lovely. Oh, I used to sing this as a child.
Do you realize it's 2 in the morning?
I'm sorry, Herr Hofrat. I didn't know it was so late.
Oh, that's all right, lad. You carry on. So the machine has worked its magic, eh? Got you out of your dumps.
It has.
Yes, I know this one. Der Lindenbaum.
It's my favorite piece of music.
And here you will find your rest. And here you'll find your rest.
Summer has come again, but there is a new kind of infection abroad in the Berghof. A vicious contagion of hostility and strife, whipping up flurries of bitterness and rage. Everyone seems infected. Senseless quarrels erupt, insults are hurled in uncontrollable bursts of rage, and bystanders take sides, becoming fiercely involved. Repelled by the ugly sensations he feels rising within himself, Hans Castorp escapes to the open air and the haven of intellectual discourse.
But, Professor Nafta, I don't understand. Do you truly not agree that science is worthy of our respect?
Of course it is, Herr Wiesel. Respect, even reverence.
Reverence? The arrogance of modern so-called science is pitiable. The theory of evolution is a piece of naked effrontery. Daring to supersede the wisdom of Moses?
Our Western heritage isn't based on childish myths, but on reason. Reason, analysis, and action, not the gullibility of monks.
All the culture of Europe is owed to monks, as you well know.
Not, however, the concept of progress.
Progress? A pathetic, flabby concept.
Are you all right, Professor?
Yes. 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 I am only revolted by the stupidity of all humanists.
That inn we've been to sometimes is quite near. Shall we go and have some coffee?
Wars of liberation? The frenzy of popular uprisings has always led only to tyranny. But the champions of freedom and revolution never learn this lesson, do they, Ludovico? Won't learn, eh? Too stupid to learn.
I refuse to discuss this with you. You know nothing of revolution or freedom.
I know that revolution breeds moral fanaticism, that freedom is nothing but romantic confusion, and that the cult of individualism leads to anarchy, soul sickness, and blasphemy.
Might I take the liberty of asking when you intend to bring these scurrilities to an end?
What was the expression you used?
I wish to prevent you poisoning the air with your vile equivocations.
I invite you, sir, to take heed of your words.
I am accustomed to take heed of my words. I say that your way of misleading and undermining youthful minds is infamous and should be punished.
Infamous? Punishment? I trust you are prepared to back up these words with deeds. You will hear from me, sir.
You will receive an answer, sir. I assure you.
I'll go after him.
He challenged you.
He did.
Will you accept?
Can you ask?
But Herr Settembrini, there is no real cause.
Oh, you are wrong. Whoever is unable to offer his person, his arm, his blood in the service of the ideal is unworthy. A man must remain a man.
But a duel might lead to...
My friend, I will not kill. I will not. I will offer myself to his bullet. That is all honor demands. But I will not kill.
Wait! Enough, let me implore you, even at this...
Silence! Return at once to your position! I want the signal!
We didn't arrange for a signal, sir. I didn't realize...
Enough! We will begin. We will begin now! Are you ready, sir, or aren't you?
I am ready.
Then step forward to the line and fire!
Oh, no!
You fired in the air!
I fired where it pleased me to fire.
Fire again! Fire again!
I have no such intention. It is now your turn.
Coward! Then I will take my turn!
My God! My God! He shot himself through the head!
And if the glass should shatter? The Archduke Francis Ferdinand of Austria is assassinated. War is declared.
Goodbye, Herr Settembrini.
No, Ludovico. Addio, Giovanni mio. You go to fight with your countrymen. We will be on opposing sides, but you and I are friends, always.
Let me embrace you. Addio. Goodbye, Ludovico. Goodbye.
A battlefield in Flanders. 3,000 young men are running across a muddy field against an unremitting enemy barrage in the cold, driving rain. Their faces are spattered with mud under the grey metal helmets that look like upturned cooking pots. As shells explode in their path, they throw themselves onto the ground, but leap up again and go rushing on, shouting defiance in hoarse, eager voices. Or they are hit in the head, the heart, the belly. Then, their arms fighting the air, they cry out, fall, jerk convulsively, and lie motionless. Here is Hans Castorp running too. He's soaked through, his face flushed and muddy. His boots are caked with the heavy sodden earth. His bayonet swings in his hand. A shell.
He falls.
He lies face down in the cold, soggy mud, his legs splayed out and twisted.
Up, up! Get out of those blankets!
Up. Up. I'm not hit! And here you will find your rest. And here you will find your rest.
Farewell, Hans Castorp. Whether you live or die, this desperate dance you are caught up in will last many years. Your prospects are not good. But moments there have been for you in the past 7 years, when born of your questing simplicity came something like a dream of love. Out of this present ugly festival of death, this extremity of fever under a sky glowing fiery red, shall love one day rise up?
In The Magic Mountain by Thomas Mann, dramatised for radio by Alwyn Wymark, the narrator was Paul Schofield and Hans Castorp was played by Robert Whitelock. Settembrini was played by Clive Merrison, Clavdia, Sian Thomas, Joachim, Simon Ludders, Dr. Behrens, John Hartley, and Dr. Krakowski, Richard Elvin. Mein Herr Peepercorn was Norman Rodway, Nafta, Rodri Hugh, Frau Storr, Christine Pritchard, Fraulein Engelhardt, Manon Edwards, Wiesal, Tim Kirkus, Hermine, Jennifer Vaughan, and Veronique, Claire Cage. Other parts were played by members of the cast. Original music was composed and performed by Colin Sell. The Magic Mountain was directed in Wales by Alison Hindle.
Sadly, The Magic Mountain featured the final performance of the late Norman Rodway, and that production